Hey guys, what's going on? This is Benjamin with Benjamin's Exotics, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a new DIY reptile incubator that I've just built using an old, broken mini fridge. Now this incubator was made around 3.5 weeks ago, and it's been running good at consistent temperatures for around 2.5 weeks. And while I'm not going to do a DIY how-to video on this incubator yet, just because I want to make sure that the eggs go full term through this incubator without any problems, I will be doing that in the future once we have a few clutches go through it. And we can go ahead and turn the camera around and we can show you guys the inside and all the inner workings of our new incubator. So right here we have our new reptile incubator that has been built, like I said, just out of an old, nothing special, just like a mini fridge, probably 3.5 feet tall, maybe 3 feet back or 2.5 feet back, something like that. I don't have the exact dimensions, but just basic, picked it up for like $5. It's broken, but I gutted it out and everything. And as you can see, we're running this guy with a Herpstat 1 basic. Now I did just open this incubator up just a few minutes ago, and that's why the temperatures aren't exactly on point, but normally this thing is running just around 89.6 degrees, and inside the actual tub itself, we're normally running around 89.4 degrees, which is just where I want my temperatures to be. Now the temperatures will fluctuate a little bit, but again, it's only going to be by like maybe 5 up or down of a degree. You never want to use an on or off thermostat when you're doing a reptile incubator of any sort. So we can go ahead and look inside of this incubator, and we can sort of show you guys the inner workings of how this entire thing was built. So I don't actually have any, actually no, that's a lie, yes I do. I have this guy right here, and like I said, you can see it's a little bit misty and foggy, but as you guys can see right here, the egg box on the top is currently at 88.5, but I did just open this incubator up a little while ago, and that is why the temperatures aren't on point to where they should be. And as you can see right now, since the door is open, the temperature is going to start to go down a little bit on our Herpstat. Now this is actually a very simple setup, and I'll show you guys how we actually have this entire thing constructed. Very simple. 12-inch flex white heat tape is going from the top to the bottom all along the back, and it's just held down by the just the aluminum sort of tape. And then we only have 2 tubs in here right now, but this technically should be able to fit 3 ball python clutches. 1 tub here, 1 tub here, and then 1 tub on the top. Now if you guys look right here, you can probably see all of those drops of humidity, and I just wiped it down yesterday, so it's not as humid as it normally is, but you can see the condensation, and of course the condensation inside of the actual boxes themselves. So this thing is being kept very, very, very humid, probably up to like 90 to 95%, which is exactly what we want for python eggs, and this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, of course, in the boxes, we have the perlite, which is going to, once it's soaked down, of course, when the heat hits it, it's going to evaporate some of that water, causing there to be lots of humidity in these boxes. But then we also have some perlite up here that is not in the boxes that are wetted down. And then, of course, right here on the bottom, we have like a 6 or 7 quart Sterilite tub filled with water on top of the heat. So as that water evaporates, it just creates condensation and creates a very humid environment for our reptile eggs. And the Herpstat probe is just mounted right in the middle between, or on the sort of paracord that I have stringed across here, just using the aluminum tape, which works well because once it gets wet or humid, it doesn't lose stickiness like your average duct tape or boxing tape may. And all we have is we have it put in the middle of the incubator. So this thing is not touching any walls or anything, so it's not being affected by any outside temperatures, and that means that this probe is reading directly what the temperature is in the air, right between where our tubs are going to be, which is perfect for getting an accurate reading. And besides that, we really have only 2 holes that actually leave the incubator, which we can show you right here. So it's a very simple build. I drilled 2 holes, and technically if you had a bigger drill bit, you could only drill, or only really need to drill 1, but I had a smaller bit, so I drilled 2. The first hole right here, which is going through the top of the incubator, of course, is our Herpstat probe, which gets plugged into here, and that is the wire that, of course, is our probe right there in the middle, which just reads the incubator's temperature and tells the Herpstat how to control it. And then the second hole that we have drilled is this, and this is the power cord, which is the cord that is being connected to our heat element, the flex lock heat tape, that of course is the main source and way that we are actually heating this incubator. And all that does is it goes all the way around the back, just straight down there, and gets plugged right here into our herp stat. So while there are still a few adjustments I do want to make on this incubator, making sure that our temperatures and of course our humidity are on point, we're basically done with the construction of this incubator. I'll watch it over the next few weeks and we'll let it run up until our eggs from our ball pythons are ready, and that should be a few months down the line. But besides that, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. You can do a few quick favors before we go. Can you go down and make sure to smash that like button? And also hit that big red subscribe button as well. It really means the world to us. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw in today's video, please leave it down in the comment section below. I want to thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.